Hey friends, what's good? Welcome back to Anu Talk Show. How are you doing? Today we are diving into that inspired me on my last sales call, and want to talk to you about your high ticket coaching programs. This conversation will literally change how you are selling your offers right now. I'm talking about offer that is 3K, 5K, 10K, or 15K. I really want to dive deep into how to communicate your offer's value to get the next client in the next 7 days. So, if you have been showing up online, you are posting content, maybe you are even getting a few likes here and there in engagement, but not actual clients who are paying you 3K to 10K, right? Um, Maybe you have been posting on Facebook for a while and now you feel like you have to transition onto TikTok to go viral there, in order to go live there. I really want to talk about what it actually feels like if you have been investing a lot of money into your business, into, you know, mentorships, into platforms, or even into ads, but actually you are not seeing the return on investment. You are not seeing the money coming back into your business. And also, I want to talk to you if you have been attracting people who love what you post and you are getting them on a call, but they tell you, I can't afford this, or they don't want to pay you like 3K to 10K price point, then what we are going to cover today is going to feel like a light bulb moment for you. So before we dive in, I want you to drop in the chat, what's the price of your signature offer right now? Your main offer. Is it 1K, or is it 3K, 5K, 10K? I want to see where you are at when it comes to your price. And by the end of this episode, you will exactly know why people are not buying from you right now. And the messaging shifts that you need to make this week, like preferably after this session, so that you can actually sign a client without lowering your price, without adding more bonuses to your offer. And also, you will know at the end of this episode how to consistently sell your high ticket offers no matter how the economy is looking right now. So let me know in the comment section if this actually relates to you. You know you have to show up. So you know you have to be visible. So you are posting regularly, right? On your Facebook, maybe on your Instagram, maybe you are even on LinkedIn, but you are hearing crickets when it comes to booking a sales call, when it comes to making consistent sales. So you have been investing in a lot of mentorship, in a lot of courses and coaching, but it feels like there is no return on investment yet. So money is going out all the time. You value what it means to invest in yourself, to invest in your business, but nothing is coming in, or less is coming in, and you are not seeing more return inside your business. So you get on sales calls with dream clients, you know you can help them, you know that they're going to actually change their lives by working with you, but you end up explaining your offer over and over again, and you are still hearing, I need to think about it. At the end of this call, you are still hearing the objection, okay, I'm in, I love your offer, but I don't have the money right now. I cannot pay you 5K right now, right? So you are attracting dream clients, but they are not ready right now. They are not ready buyers. They don't see the urgency. So you know your offer is worth, maybe you invested in a coaching where you outlined the offer, you did the offer work, but now you are questioning, okay, where is the buyer? How can I actually make the money back? So you cannot figure out how to say and what to say in your marketing that makes sense for other people to take immediate actions. So There is a coach I spoke recently, right, with this coach. She's a voice coach, public speaking coach, and she mentioned like it's just that I am investing all the time in my business, like a lot of money is going out and nothing is coming back in. And that really hit me, and I really want to talk to you about this because I know so many women of color coaches who are feeling the same, and they are questioning, okay, I am investing more and more and more, will this even, like, will I ever get the people inside my business, will I ever get more clients in my offer? So this is not a sales problem, it's also not a business problem that you have. What you have right now is a value communication problem. So back then when I launched my first coaching program, it was at 5K. I thought the reason why people were not buying from me was the price. So I discounted it. I was even launching and saying like, hey, if you join now, you get 2K off. And I tried to sell it at 3K. I even added more bonuses like, hey, if you join now, I will do your website. So many things I offered in the beginning, and still nothing happened. No one showed interest, no one booked a call with me. Even with those who I booked the call with, uh, didn't invest at all. So it felt like I was wasting a lot of time on sales calls. That's when I realized, okay, the issue is not the number on the price tag. It's not that the price is 5K, because I would pay 5K for a coaching program. And I also see other people, for example, I saw someone who told a no in my coaching program, but invested in another coach, and her price was double the price. It was 10K offer. So I realized, okay, actually, the problem is not the number on the price tag. It was not that my offer was for 5K. It was that the words coming out of my mouth and the way I was framing the transformation didn't click to my ideal clients. It didn't click to the leads who booked a call with me. So drop a yes in the chat if you ever thought like, okay, maybe I should lower my price. And then you saw the same lead who told you they don't have the money. You saw them investing in another coach whose prices were higher. That is already for you the proof that your price is not too high. It is actually that you are having a value communication problem right now. That's why your offer is not selling, your offer is not getting paying full clients. So I know what you really want. I know a lot of women of color coaches, what they want is they want to post the content, they want to post the reel, or they already are aware that they need to be visible. And what they want is more DM conversation with people saying, hey, like, I really want to know more about your method. So how can I actually work with you? Can we get on a call and figure this out, right? You want to get on sales calls where the question is not about the price, it's about when can I start, right? And I also know that you want to have a content process that pre-sells. So means the time when your leads are reaching out to you, or the time when your people are actually booking a call with you, they have already decided what they want. Think about yourself. What kind of buyer are you? Are you also a buyer you decide early on what you want? Or do you, like, I am someone, if I want something, I already do my research on my own. I don't publicly say, hey, this is what I want, or I don't publicly go to my coach's content and say and comment publicly, hey, I'm in, I want to work with you. I'm someone, I do my research behind the scene, and then I decide, and then I go all in. So think about yourself. What type of buyer are you? And if you are a buyer, you are also doing the research behind the scene. What are you doing in that moment? You are actually looking at the content, right? And you are you are doing the work in order to be pre-sold, in order to actually decide, I want that. And this is exactly what you need to do if you want to attract similar buyers to you who are booking a call with you being pre-sold, right? And I also know that you want to have more payment notifications without hustling 24/7. And this is what I want you to imagine. Let's say it's Thursday, right? In a week. I want you to post a story talking about a client win, not just sharing a screenshot, not just sharing what you got on Slack message, but really like talking about a client win. Where did they start? How did they start? How did you help them? Where are they are right now, right after working with you? And really tying it back to your offer. Because I want you to embody this belief that someone in your audience is already been lurking for months and they need another reason to actually be pre-sold and book a call with you, right? And or DM you and ask you, hey, how can we work together? So when you have that kind of belief, you will start to see your content process in a different way. You will start to see, okay, currently I am not doing a good job at communicating my value. And I've already told this, business is everything about skill. And when you want to surpass that 100K mark, one of the main skill you need to actually work on, get feedback on it and work on it again is your communication skill. Because a lot is happening in your mind. So much is happening in your mind. And you cannot let that dictate how you are running your business. Means a lot of people think, I'm already good at communication. I'm already good at communication. If you are that good, you would have already got the results that you wanted. And even I have to continue to work on my communication skill because it always evolves when you are evolving, when you are hitting certain milestones in your business. It also has to evolve when you don't see the results you want to see. So again, this is not about luck, right? Adding consistent clients, signing the next 10 clients, then surpassing the 100K, it's not about luck. It's really about learning the skill how to communicate your offer's value so clearly that your clients see themselves in it before you actually have a conversation with them in the DMs or on a sales call. So let's talk about the reasons, right? The reason why you are not getting clients yet, or the reason why you believe that no one is in your audience right now who are interested to pay you 5K, 10K in your offer. It's not about your audience size. It's not about your price, okay? I hope we set that clearly. It's literally that your audience doesn't yet understand your offer's value in a way that makes the price feel like a bargain. So if you are selling a 10K offer and you show up as someone who's selling a 1K offer and you are using a language as someone who has a 1K problem, they won't pay you 10K. So if you are having an offer that is 10K, you need to solve a problem that is at 100K. You need to use language that is at 100K. So I will give you in a bit what you need to do in the next 7 days, but I want to actually also go deep into the core problems that is happening in your business, that is happening to a lot of women of color coaches and experts. So the number one thing what you are doing is that you are actually talking a lot about the features instead of the outcome. Means when you talk about your offer, you are actually talking like, hey, you get eight weeks of coaching, it's weekly coaching, you get Voxer support, I'm always in your back pocket and you can message me whenever you have a trouble. Who cares? Seriously, who cares about that? Because I'm not paying 10K just because to be in the back pocket of yours. I'm not paying 10K for that. So what you need to sell is the outcome. So what is the outcome of working with you? And you can only get clear on the outcome and communicate that over and over again when you have a program promise, right? So maybe, let's say you are a business coach. You can say in 8 weeks, you will know exactly how to sign 5K clients on repeat using live stream content. That is the outcome. That is what you need to sell every single day. Every single day, not once, not twice, every single day, you need to sell the outcome, what it is when they start to work with you, right? So maybe you are listing currently all the features your amazing offer has, the modules, the worksheets, the workbooks you are giving, right? And if you're not connecting that to the transformation your people get, that's the missing piece. That's why you are not closing the 10K clients. Next one is you are the expert. We all know that. You are excellent in it, you are brilliant in it, but you are currently speaking the coach's language instead of actually thinking like your client. Let me give you an example. So, the reason why you are an expert in your skill is because you have mastered your skill. You did that over and over, you have refined that, you optimized it. So, you are actually 3 steps ahead of your ideal client. And when you are using that language where you are here, 3 steps, 5 steps ahead, and your ideal clients are at the stage 0, but you are using the language of where you are at right now as the expert, that's where the gap is. Because a lot of coaches, they use the language mindset shifts, scalable frameworks. Your ideal clients, they don't get it. They don't get it. And but imagine you are saying, as a burnout coach, you are saying, you will wake up without anxiety, or you are saying sign clients without spending 8 hours on content. That makes more sense for your ideal clients, because currently your ideal clients, they are experiencing burnout, they are experiencing anxiety, they are actually trying to create sales content, but it takes 8 hours or 12 hours. So you have to do the research, and this is also something you cannot stop doing it. The market research continues as long as you are a business owner, because that is how you will perfect and refine the language you need to use inside your content to make it relatable. So, what I do is I pull this from the DM conversations I'm having with my leads and with the sales call notes that I am writing down with every single person. Like, I have endless of of a document that is giving me the language my ideal clients are using. That's why I'm getting saves. That's why I'm getting DM conversations with people who feel resonated what I'm doing, because I continue to do this work to speak in my clients' language, to make them feel I get them, right? I hear them, I see them, because the business is not about me. It's actually about my client and how can I actually serve them? How can I solve their problem? And it's everything about my client. So I also have to talk like my client right now. I cannot talk like this expert who's already 5 steps ahead or even 1 step ahead, right? So the next reason why you are posting content, why you are showing up, why you feel like visible, why you are getting sales call, but not closing the 10K client is because you are educating inside your content without shifting beliefs. In 2025, okay, if you're selling high ticket, if you're selling anything, right? You cannot just post content and expect someone to pay you 3K, 5K, 10K. Because if you continue to teach your people the how and be in the coach language and be in the let me teach you more language, but you are not changing what your ideal clients are believing about what is possible for them, you are not helping them to think differently, that's why you are losing a lot of money and you are leaving a lot of money on the table. Because when it comes to messaging and when it comes to content that converts and that sells for you, it's everything about shifting beliefs. It's everything about how can you help someone shift their identity, see the value in that in order to let them think, okay, this is a no-brainer. For example, if they think no one is buying right now because of the economy, you have to now prove, like show the proof that people are still buying high ticket and why they are still buying high ticket. Do you see? Like, you, instead of going out there and giving the how, hey, this is how you're going to change the messaging, or this is how you are going to reduce anxiety, like instead of giving them 1 2 step method and giving them like, hey, this is how you do it, which they can already Google, which they can already ask ChatGPT. They get the free information. But what they don't get from Google, what they don't get from ChatGPT is how to think differently to see the results. How can they think differently to avoid burnout? How can they think differently about your speaking coaching business in order to actually get inside of your offer? How can you help them to shift their identity, to shift their beliefs over and over again to make a decision today? So I hope you see, and I want to know, are you doing like, can you see that you are having these core causes or issues inside of your messaging right now? So, all right. Probably you are thinking, okay, that's so fine. Now let's get into what I really want you to do so that you know how to actually change your messaging, okay? So I want you to do these exact changes in the next 7 days so that you can actually sign your next clients without lowering your prices, without adding more bonuses, or I don't know, without thinking like the economy is so bad and people are not paying high ticket. There are people who are paying 25K for offers, and this is what you need to do in order to get the clients, okay? So step 1 is sell the after, not the during. Means right now, many of you are leading with what they get instead of what they become, who they become. I told you in 2025, the messaging is around identity. It's what you need to do around identity, who they are becoming inside your offer, which is going to get them a better life, a better business, a better work-life balance, etc. Right? So right now you are saying things like you get 6 weeks of coaching, 8 calls, Voxer support, but they are not buying calls. They are not buying your one-on-one coaching. They are not buying 12 sessions. What they are buying is the transformation those calls are creating for them. So instead of in the next IG story, in the next live session, instead of saying, hey, you get 6 weeks of coaching with me, try saying like 6 weeks from now, you will get exactly the strategy how to fill your client roster without ads and without wondering what to post next. That's the transformation I want you to do. So let's keep you accountable and comment down below the transformational state you're going to say in your next content piece. So the one is more deliverable. It's more about the features, about how you're going to deliver the transformation. But the other one is the desired identity. What is the desired identity they want to experience? They want to pay 10K for your offer. So people don't want the tool. People don't care about the tools. They really don't care about if the one-on-one coaching is weekly or bi-weekly. They don't care about if it is a group program or one-on-one. They really care about how fast can I get this result? How fast can I get this with your support? So ask yourself, what does your ideal client become after working with you? Do the reverse engineering. First start with, who do they become? And from there, you're going to lead what you need to say in order to get these people on a call so that you are also reducing money objections or any objections on the call. Second one is you have to use their exact words. This is one of the fastest way how you're going to make your offer's value land within your offer, within video content, within your sales conversations as well. So stop trying to make it sound more professional. Stop trying to sound it like more coachy. I already said the more your messaging sounds so professional, the less people are connecting with that. The less people are feeling like, okay, she gets me. Use the exact words your clients are saying to you on a sales call, in your DMs, in your market research. That is how you become the sought after coach, because you are literally using their words. So here's an example. I was actually talking to a coach recently, and she said like, hey, like a lot of money are going out there and not any money are coming in. I'm spending so much money in, but not a lot of return on investment. So if I were speaking to her in my content, I would literally take that piece, what she said, and help her in my content for free to overcome that objection. That is exactly what I would say. I would say, hey, if you're tired of money going out and you are spending more money and nothing are coming back, that's exactly what Leverage 20 is designed to help you sign your next 10 clients in the next 30 days. And then I'm going to actually list out what I'm going to do with her. So you have to be more direct. And that's why I love DM conversation. That's why I love still doing sales call, because that is how I am refining my messaging. Because if that resonates with her, there are 100 more people, leads like her, who feel resonated with my content, because I'm using her language in my content, not mine, not the coachy words, right? I'm literally using their words to be reflected in my content. And that's when people are saying like, hey, why are you in my head? You are in my head all the time. This is how you are built instant trust. This is how you are solving problems that are urgent for your people. Urgency is created when you know the urgent problem and you solve that in your content and you solve that in your sales conversations. And the last one is, I already told this a little bit, start handling objections in your content. So if you keep hearing the same objections in a sales call, right? I can't afford it. I need to think about it. Or I need to talk to my husband. Or I don't want to feel pushy. You need to address these objections over and over again in your content before you are getting these people on a call. So if people are saying, I cannot afford it, you have to address that in your content. Like the fastest way to stop the money leak is to learn how to sell your high ticket offer in a way that brings consistent clients. Like that is how you are handling objections, right? So if you start handling objections publicly, your sales calls stop being about convincing and it starts being about a place where they are asking, when can I start? You are getting more sales objections on your sales call because your content didn't do the pre-sold work for you. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. You are getting a lot of objections in your sales call because you are not pre-selling in your content right now. So this is what I want you to do, okay? I hope you're writing this down. Handle objections in your content. Use their language. And what was the first one? Oh, yeah. Stop selling, hey, you get Voxer access. And I want you to sell the transformation. And in order to sell the transformation, you have to think like who they want to become or who they will become when they work with you, and reverse engineer that. If you have any questions, please let me know. And step 4 is, when it comes to communicating your value, you have to be very bold and very straightforward when it comes to sharing your unique perspectives and insights. So a lot of people, they hold back, especially my women of color coaches and experts, when it comes to sharing the perspectives you have around the skill or around the expertise you are teaching. It comes back to your visibility fear. Like, visibility is not only when you post something and that's visibility. Visibility is deeper than that. Just posting for the sake of posting is not being visible. But visibility comes back to, are you also saying bold stuff that is going against the grain in your industry, where you are building your community who stands with you because of the value you share, who stands with you because you have a different perspective, who stands with you because you're sharing a bold point of views. That is how you are creating a community full of buyers instead of just having more followers. If you start doing that over and over again and you get feedback, Like you get feedback from a coach, how you can share your perspective or insights. That's how you will stop searching for more strategies. The reason why you feel like you have to have more strategies in order to get better at communication and get better with your messaging is because you are not, like, you are investing, but you are not getting feedback on it. But you will get only better with the messaging when you get feedback on it. Then you implement it again, then you get feedback on it, then you implement feedback, implement feedback, implement feedback. That is that is how you are building a skill. A skill is not built just because you learn something and you watch content and that's it. That's not how you are building a skill. A skill is built with feedback, with implementing again, with feedback, with implementing again, and there is a loop created in order for you to get better with your skill. And this is how you are getting better with communicating the value of your offer. So, again, this is what I want you to do in the next 7 days, and this is how you're going to sign the next 10 clients in 30 days. So, I want to recap what we have covered in this episode. So, if you want to get the next 10 clients in the next 7 days, I want you to stop leading with features because no one cares about that, okay? If someone can sign with you a 10K speaking opportunity in the first session, they are in, right? So they don't care about the 12 sessions they're going to get with you working with you one-on-one. They care about how fast can I get the results I want. Second one is speak in your client's language. Speak in your client's words. Don't be professional. Don't try to be coachy. I know it comes deep from your wound of that you have to prove yourself. You are already worthy. You deserve all the clients. But when it comes to business, you have to use your client's language, not try to be professional, not try to prove yourself and that you deserve it. Next one is handle objections before they get on a call so that they come already pre-sold on the call with you, so that you are handling less objections on the call and the calls are getting more like, hey, when can I sign up? How can I start? When do I start? And the last one is I want you to start creating messaging that is identity based and where you are literally sharing your values and your perspectives. This is everything what you need to do in 2025 to keep it going with your coaching business, with your service providing business, because otherwise there are already so many coaches out there. But your perspective and the way your identity is unique, and you need to leverage that in order to get dream clients. So if you want to learn this skill building of communication and communicating your offer value, which is like 3 to 10K and sign consistent clients, I want you to DM me on Instagram the word leverage so I can send you more details about my program Leverage 20. This is about not working harder. It's literally about communicating in a way that makes you and your offer the obvious choice to choose, the obvious choice to work with you in order to get the transformation they are desiring. So I hope this helped you to see what you need to work on when it comes to the skill building communication. And I talk to you in the next episode. Bye.